So I've been thinking, this may or may not be possible, but thinking about it keeps me going and it gives me something to dream about. I think in about 5 years, when my daughter goes off to college and she doesn't need me to be like around all the time anymore, I want to go and do the van life and live in my car and travel around the country. And I had some ideas of how to do that if, as long as national parks still exist, because I would get an annual pass and that lets you go to all the parks around the country. And I could camp at each of the parks with my car. My car is pretty solid. And as long as I get enough warmth, like warm sleeping bags, probably a tent, I could get some cookware, I could make it work. I just want to go off and be alone in nature for longer than just a couple hours at a time. I need to fully reset my whole psyche, because being around people is really stressful for me and it's really exhausting, and I don't know who I am because I'm constantly having to adjust my behavior to make sure other people are comfortable. And I just want to be alone, forever if possible. But I don't know. And it's so strange because I would go back and forth between being lonely and wanting to be alone. But the truth is, I guess I just want, when I'm feeling lonely, what I want is somebody who can share my feelings and I can talk to genuinely and just vibe with. But the truth is, I don't think there's a human being on this planet that I can feel that way with. Not a single person. That I don't mask somewhat, that I don't change my behavior to make them more comfortable. There's nobody. And I don't think there is anybody that I would mesh with well enough. Even my closest friends, I've never felt 100% comfortable. I'm not meant to fit in with society. I try, and I do a pretty good job of faking it, but I think it's just not me, and it never has been me. Even when I was a really little kid, I used to think something something must be wrong because I didn't understand human behavior, and I kind of studied humans they're like a biologist who's studying animals out in the wild to figure out what they do and why. And I would study people sort of like an alien, but for me it was more about survival. I had to study them so that I could mimic them so that they wouldn't treat me poorly. And I wanted acceptance. So, I tried my best to mimic people. And at this point in my life, I think I'm all right. I've got a pretty good personality mask going. But when I was little, I used to make mistakes all the time, trying to mimic people, but I was mimicking the wrong behavior, but I didn't tell the difference. And then I would copy somebody that I knew that I thought I was supposed to copy, but either I did it wrong or in the wrong situation. Stuff because my dad is really sarcastic, so I grew up with sarcasm being always around me, but not realizing that there are certain situations where sarcasm is not appreciated, very much not appreciated. And sometimes I would attempt to be sarcastic, but it would land really wrong and just sound really mean, and I didn't understand why. I didn't realize that I was being mean, but their reaction was whoa, I really did something wrong here. And so through trial and error throughout my life, now that I'm in my 30s, I'm all right. And I can mesh pretty well, but that doesn't mean I'm comfortable. I am, in fact, very, very uncomfortable, even around people that like me, even around people that I am maybe a little more comfortable with than others. I'm still not 100% there. So I need to go be alone for a while, for like a while. Like just check out from society for a little bit. And maybe I'll come back. And maybe I won't. So my plan is within the next 5 years, I'm going to work 2 or 3 jobs. I have to pay off all my debt because I have a lot of debt. But once that's paid off, I'll start saving. And I use that savings to pay for gas, food, etc. And we'll go from there. I don't want to feel accountable to anybody anymore. I don't want anyone to feel like they're entitled to access to me anytime. I really, really hate when someone tries to call me or text me and they get upset that I don't respond right away. My mother is like that, and that's why I've kind of had to cut her off, and she no longer expects that because I never respond right away, almost never. But I mean, we've had so many fights about it, and I don't want this. I just want to be left alone. I so badly just want to be left alone. I'm tired of people's expectations. I'm tired of pretending to be a human, even though I am in this human body that does human things. I don't feel human, which is super duper weird to say, but I've always felt like that. And I know this video is like super weird right now, but I'm having a hard day, okay? Every single person that comes in, even if it's a person that I love to talk to, I still am like, now I have to talk. I don't want to talk. But that's still a long ways away. A long, long ways away. But now I have a goal that I can start working on. I'm even going to change my number. Like, the only person that I plan on having access to me at all is my daughter. I will give her my new number and tell her, don't give this to anybody else. Only you. You're allowed to call me any time of the day or night, whenever you need to. Text me, whatever. Nobody else. Not a single soul. I will choose when I want to socialize. Sorry for the weird video. I think I should just end it right there. I don't really have much else to say. I gotta go get some cleaning done, I guess. Happy Wednesday. We made it over the hump. Now it's just 2 more days left. Bye.